This is the tale of the Ark of Eshka and the 4 unlikely heroes that prevented the world's end. After Calamity Ganon was defeated, the inhabitants of Hyrule found peace within their lands. They began to prosper rapidly, and each nation began to expand just as quickly. Quarrels over borders would ensue as each race tried to find their footing in this world, but many would end diplomatically and peacefully. During this era of peace, there were no new reincarnations of the warrior with the soul of a hero and the princess with the blood of the goddess, nor of the incarnation of hatred. But that would soon change. Eventually, another inevitable cycle of reincarnation would come about, centuries after peace had come to the land. The reincarnation of hatred had taken many shapes over the years. This time, the reincarnation of hatred would reincarnate as a Hylian. Not just any Hylian either. For you see, this Hylian was the very King of Hyrule. King Rammus Theodori Hyrule was born and raised in the royal family normally. He married at a young age and had a daughter, which per Hyrule family tradition was bestowed the name Zelda. But soon after he took to the throne, his queen died tragically. It was then that the hatred within him fully awoke. He began to be obsessed with royal domination, claiming he wished to make the world into a better place. But in reality, he was blinded by selfishness and hatred. It was then that the Yiga, an offshoot of the Sheikah race that had sworn allegiance to Ganon, found the king and gave him a new name, King Ganoramus. The king found an old legend, one as old as the world itself. It was foretold that the world's end would come about when the Ark of Eshka was discovered and opened. This Ark contained beings known as the Eshkafim. On the Ark was written all of the things that the Eshkafim would judge on the world, and anyone found guilty of what was on the Ark would perish. Its purpose was to keep the world accountable to the light, and only those who lived lives of darkness would be judged. But King Ganoramus had other plans. He found the Ark, and used Link and Zelda to get his hands on the Triforce to alter the Ark's programming. He wanted to create his own law in the world, and set loose the Eshkafim to judge the world according to his standard. He still needs the power of the 3 to gain control over the Ark and Eshkafim. I, Impa, the leader of the Sheikah, and one who is well versed in traditions of the Triforce, I knew the only way we could stand a chance against the great evil was if the princess and her hero banded together against their timeless adversary. Princess Zelda and Link faced off against this great evil, with an army of Sheikah warriors standing behind them. However, at the last possible moment, when faced with the decision to slaughter or spare her beloved father, the great princess faltered. A hesitation that allowed King Ganoramus the opening he needed to knock back the 2 of them, causing Link to drop the Master Sword. Ganoramus then took up the Master Sword into his own hands and ended Link with the knight's own blade. Realizing the dire situation, I quickly escorted the dismayed princess out of the battle to safety, ensuring our land could hope for victory another day. We have since discovered that because the Master Sword is what cut Link's life short, his soul was shattered across the realm and found home within the 4 heroes who must take up the mission of their predecessor, to put away Ganoramus once and for all.